Finally, we've escaped. No more prison moon. We're free. Now, who has the keys to the ship? On that note, I know that for a fact, airplanes don't have keys. But do starships? So there's a little something I've noticed since I've started playing tabletop role-playing games, particularly when it comes to the understanding of how certain game mechanics work. See, I'm an aircraft mechanic, real world, and have been in the military for a little over a decade. So my personal experience leads to some real head scratchers for me when it comes to how some things work in these games. Oh, and by the way, none of this is exclusive to Starfinder. Anyways, at some point, you may expect something to work a certain way due to your own real-world experience, but in game, it could work completely differently. Sometimes that's due to the mechanics of skill checks, like when Mike wanted to vault over a counter while we were on Gulta. Surely, the big old lizard would be able to just hop on over, right? Nope. In that instance, he had to make an athletics check to see if he could move across that counter. There was an instance in another game, not Starfinder, where I was attempting to disarm a trap. Well, I wasn't so much as trying to disarm it in the regular, I'm gonna do some roguey stuff and the trap is now gone because I'm a master of disarming sense. I wanted to intentionally trigger it with a rapier from what I thought was a safe distance. I rolled poorly and, of course, still got hit by it due to a bad roll. Even though in my mind, my character was not in the line of fire. Another example, and take my military experience into consideration, in particular, dealing with rank. And I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. A low-ranked Aslanti guard was sitting at a desk. Fel tries to get access to the android prison block by being disguised as an Aeon guard. Real world, I kind of think there's a very good chance, at least in my mind, that would have worked. In-game, though, the guard ended up raising the alert level due to me, as a player, thinking that this schmuck would never dream of defying, let alone being cheeky, or even downright sassy, with someone who clearly outranked him, both in actual rank and position. To be fair, all of these assumptions have been entirely based on how I think things will work, not how they actually do in-game. Now, I'm not at all complaining about the mechanics of these games. Nothing could be further from the truth. The mechanics are honestly what I love about these game systems. Being able to translate real-world actions, as well as outlandish fictional situations, into easily understandable game mechanics is an incredible feat in my eyes. And in the end, it helps keep everything fair. I mean, if you could simply cheese your way through traps or social situations, that wouldn't really make for much of a game. Now, would it? So, I'd love to hear examples of times that you've assumed something because of how stuff works in the real world, but it didn't exactly translate to your character's actions the way you thought it might. Hit me up on Twitter at Southern Tomfool, or head over to southerntomfoolery.com and click on the Talk to Us heading to join the discussion on our Discord server. Oh, and to answer the first question, do starships have keys? I mean, I suppose they absolutely could. This is sci-fi fantasy after all. Nearly anything is possible. I just need to keep in mind that the Epoch Tracer is not a C-17 Globemaster. Okay, now, buckle up for the 38th episode of Southern Tomfoolery Plays Against the Aeon Throne. Fly me from the moon.
You know, I fucking hate computers sometimes.
Same, dog.
Let me tell you, listeners, the things that we do for you. We've just spent the last, hour sorting out, trying to get technical difficulties
Hour and a half,
correct.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. But we're here. We did it. It's Starfinder Thursday or Sunday or Friday, whenever you listen. How's everybody doing? How are we feeling today?
Lovely, dude. Fantastic.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yay.
Pretty solid.
Yes.
Awesome.
Keep
that
it
we're
coming.
actually recording.
Yes. All right. Heath, please don't let me down.
I'm better in comparison. I had a really rough week. I was super sick.
I'll take it.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you were kind of feeling like doo-doo, even looking a little bit like doo-doo.
I thought I might die.
Oh.
You got that kid crud.
No, yeah. Well, the weird thing is I got a flu test, which is a really invasive thing. But it wasn't the flu. They were like, but it is some other kind of virus. We just don't know what it is.
Kid crud. It's kid crud.
Yeah, it's kid.
Got that itis.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's been going on with y'all's week this week? Anything exciting?
I did I think it's exciting. It's kind of cute. For my kids that gave me the crud, I kind of hate them, but I love them too. I did.
That's not
I
how
really
you get listeners, dude.
I did a really neat
I think
thing.
that's how you
though.
get our listeners for sure.
Yeah, fuck them kids. No, but I did a really cool thing. I think NASA has this thing going on to encourage kids to get into space and space exploration and NASA itself. And it's a program that's like being advertised by Brad Pitt, like in conjunction with the movie Ad Astra. But they've got a Mars rover program. A new rover is going to go to Mars next year, and they're doing a thing where they're letting kids like sign up, go to NASA and register their name, and it'll etch their name onto a disc that's on the rover. So the kid's name will be on Mars like indefinitely.
Oh yeah, that's that thing that Overplus put on our Discord, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I signed up all
super
13 of my students and me, and they give you like when you sign up, they give you a little like boarding pass, kind of thing. So I'm printing out boarding passes for all the kids, and we haven't started tutoring yet. So the first day of tutoring, I'm going to give them all their boarding passes.
Oh,
and
that's
my
so cool.
classroom is like space decorated. It's got like rocket ships with vocabulary words on them and stuff
That's
everywhere.
super awesome, dude.
Dude.
So it's worth getting.
Wow.
It's worth getting sick, huh?
I don't know about that. But I put my name on there too, solidarity.
Yeah.
Well, now you're immortal,
Yeah,
So
when
it would-
the aliens find that rover in a million years, like my name will live on forever, whereas you plebes will be forgotten.
Did you put Titanium Mike on there?
No, they would.
Oh,
Then
I put Heath. He put Heath Parker.
Man.
poop.
Fail.
I may go back in, and make a Titanium Mike one. It's like that can't be his real name.
Just imagine an alien just coming by. It's like fucking Heath Parker, legend.
One of Earth's true heroes that they would leave this litter on the moon with.
But yeah, so I thought that was really cute.
Mars,
and a
excuse
cool
me, it's
way
Mars.
to like endear myself to my kids with my
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So who was it that posted it on Discord?
That was Overplus.
Cool. Awesome, man. Shout out.
Yeah, thanks Overplus for that lead. That's so cool
Yeah,
that you got to do it in such a cool way.
some kids' day
Yeah.
Yeah.
with your contribution to our Discord community. Awesome.
Hey.
Well, I think speaking of contributions, you guys have made quite the contribution to the Gulta prison moon.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
By unloading quite the payload on cell block J, right?
Don't know.
And you
Sure,
guys,
yeah.
Call that a
Yeah.
contribution.
I mean, it's all a matter of perspective. I
Rocked
think.
that man for sure.
Yeah. So the thing is like you guys got off that moon by the skin of your teeth. Like I think that might have been the most harrowing scenario any of us have ever been a part of.
No doubt.
Tabletop role playing.
Absolutely. Like, without a doubt.
That shit was so close, man. Like literally as the ramp was closing up, shots were still being fired in. So let's take stock for a second. And where is everybody at? Let's start with you, Ziva. Are you down or are you up? I think you're down, right?
Ziva is down. She is
But
down,
stable.
and no, she's unstable because she took a hit when he was dragging her away.
Oh, man. So she is unstable. What about Zeno?
Zeno is stabilized.
Stabilized, but
That's it. That's it.
but still unconscious and doesn't have any resolve
no
left, right?
resolve points whatsoever.
Where's Mike at?
Mike's at 1 HP.
1 HP.
Yep.
Holy crap. Okay, and Fell?
Phil is at 12 HP and still has full resolve.
Wow, okay.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking legend, dude.
You fucking hero of last...
He's the
and
hero
so,
of
you know,
Kavach.
I want to give you a later inspiration for your performance last
Okay.
session.
So a
Like,
delayed,
last episode. Like,
a delayed hacky
yeah,
sack.
a delayed one.
You were like the guy
Yeah.
from like Hacksaw Ridge, you know.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you an inspiration because that was absolutely incredible, Josh and Fel. Like, what a scene, dragging Zeno across the moontop, up the ramp, like having to literally go by every amount of resistance as possible. And you got him there. You got him there alive, you know? And I think, you did that.
Yeah.
Yup.
So take an inspiration.
Oh, boy.
And then I want you to roll a d6.
All right. Let me roll that D6. That is a 2.
A 2. All right. So this inspiration is going to be co-sponsored by our patron, Griffin Norman.
Hey,
Griffin, thank
You
you.
might know him better as Horace Kroon, or the GM from Hideous Laughter. He's from Columbus, Ohio. He's a big friend
Nice.
of our podcast.
Yeah.
And he's got a message for you, and he asked me to do it in my best Horace Kroon voice.
Oh God.
So I'm going to give it a shot here, Griffin. I hope I do him justice. I hope this makes you feel vigorous.
Oh God.
Yeah, and if you don't know, Horace Kroon is a very creepy, disgusting, lecherous old man in the Hideous Laughter podcast. So that is certainly supposed to be dripping with the amount of grossness that it felt.
Dripping
But
with
you now-
chowder.
It's a clean
You now
48
have-
out of 55.
That's right. So you now have a Horace Kroon inspiration, and it's covered in clam chowder. Thank you, Griffin.
Yes.
God
Oh,
damn.
that's so
Thank
beautiful.
you very much.
I appreciate it, buddy.
So,
Thank
and
you.
good and good job, Josh. That was fucking incredible, dude. All right, Zach. I know Oren. He's in the pilot chair. He's taking this thing off, right?
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So,
All right.
you want to know about like how much HP and stuff I have? Is that the question?
I think you're pretty good, right? You're not
I'm
not
not-
unconscious.
I'm definitely
Right.
conscious. Technically, I'm still in Starlight form, and I don't really.
Yeah.
The thing is, me like just Zach as a person and like as a game player, I'd be like, oh, let me turn that off. You know what I'm saying? Like switch that toggle off or something, right? But I feel like in the heat of this moment, Oren wouldn't even realize.
Yeah, he's like
and,
the beacon of light that's guiding the Epoch Tracer.
Like he's not even thinking about what anyone else cares. I guess he's sort of like trying to get his fucking friends off of this
Off this
godforsaken
rock,
rock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sedona is on there, and everybody but Grub made it to the ship. Grub died heroically to save Zeno.
F.
And as I mentioned, you took off on the ship, and as you did that, you saw coming over the horizon the Aslanti ship, the Zandamant. And this was the ship that you know to be the firepower that guards the prison moon. And we are going to do some starship motherfucking combat. But let's keep in mind that you guys are down 3 of your crew members currently. And so I'm basically going to let you take an action on a starship round if you want to get them back in the game. All right? But you guys ready to do this? You guys remember starship combat?
I do want to say, yeah, it is a thing. I do want to say, like, as soon as the what was the name of the ship again? The Zandamont or something?
The Zandamont.
Oh.
Zandamont.
The Zandamont.
Is it written on the side?
Well, but I'm saying Mike, like, has to drag his beat up ass over to the gunner chair as soon as he sees the ship, and he's like, for once in my fucking life, I would love to not be in a fight right now.
So he, like, throws his, like, beat up Vesk body into the gunner's chair, straps in, is ready to go. Orin's already in the pilot seat. What about you, Fel? You're the only one standing. Where are you going to go? Are you going to stay and try to get
Yeah,
crew up, or are you going to...
Trying to think what my options are to.
Sedona says to you, she's like, I will try to get up either Ziva or Zeno.
Yeah, I'm probably mostly concerned about Zeno, considering the drag that he just did. Wants to make sure that he made it out. So, at least for the first round or so, Fel's going to stay there with Zeno and try and assist Sedona in getting him back up.
Okay. Well, that's good. So let's start with that then. All right. So you're going to roll a medicine check for an assist, right?
Yes. So that is a 20.
20. So that will aid. Gives her a +2, which gives her exactly a 15. The treat wounds. What does that give you on a successful treat wounds? I think it's like 1.
All right, treat deadly wounds. You can use medicine to restore hit points to a living wounded creature. It says it takes 1 minute, and the DC is based on the medical equipment used. If you succeed at the check, you restore 1 hit point per level or CR of the creature you are treating. If you exceed the DC by 5 or more, you add your intelligence modifier to the amount healed. This can only be done once every 24 hours, unless done in a medical
So she does not exceed it by 5 or more, so you're going to take 5 hit points. Because you guys leveled up, by the way. But we'll get to that after the starship combat. But you guys, they're all level 5 now. Spoiler alert.
What?
So Zeno is up. Alright, let's talk about some Helm Phase initiative.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Alright, so let me get pilot checks.
Oh, that's a nat 20 on the helm phase, huh?
Alright, so you rolled a natural 20. What is that boosted up to?
34.
34.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Ace pilot there.
He
All right,
flies.
so-
But I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. He's been flying
My boy
for
flies.
years and years and years.
The engineering phase is first, right?
Yes. So
Correct.
I'm going to do the thingamajigger to check or to boost our thrusters so we can get going faster. And I'm going to use the computer to get a bonus to that. Oh, and another nat 20 for a 35
Oh my
on that
gosh. Alright, so you boosted the what?
check. The thrusters.
Fucking A.
Alright. So you got speed. Alright, here's the thing about the Zandamant. It has 2 engineers, and so it's going to do 2 separate engineer actions.
Ha-dee-da.
So what?
Rolls a natural 1 on the first action. It rolls a 2 on the second one. Holy shit, y'all are gonna kill.
Let's hope it's that kind of night, right? Like,
Yeah, I think you guys are.
Knock on wood.
All right. So that's everything that they did for the engineering. They were in the helm. You guys already rolled your piloting checks. I rolled my piloting check. You won, so I move first, right? So it's going to try to down. So it's going to try to sweep around you and then turn to come at you with its forward arc. Okay, but you get to move now.
Evade, I think. That's all that Orin... All Orin's going to try to do is get a little bit of distance between him and the ship, right? He doesn't really want to fight this thing, right? He just wants to get the fuck away. He doesn't have half of his crew, you know? I mean, like... Alright, let's go. So evade... It's been a long time since we've done this. So you move your normal movement speed, and you add +2 to your AC and TL to the next turn. Okay?
Okay.
If you fail, you don't get a bonus. If you fail by 5 or more, you still move, but you get -2 to AC and TL. It's just a piloting check, and the DC on that one is gonna be the 10 plus 1.5 times the tier, so 16.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and I roll it from the tracer again.
Yep.
Let's
So
get it.
the star form of Orin is just putting the pedal to the metal, and he's just like using his connection to the stars to try to like give him some extra grace in his dodging of this thing trying to get out. All right, so you rolled a what?
33.
Yeah, so you get it. So you get successfully evade, and then you can move your distance.
Okay, and our distance is what, 6 plus 2?
No, it's been increased to 8.
Oh, it's normally 8.
It's normally 8
And
now,
then we get
yeah.
the +2. So we're going 10 squares. Okay,
Hexes.
bet. 10 hexes.
10 hexes. Very good.
Okay, so yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, he's just pedal to the metal. He just takes the throttle and just jams it all the way forward. Just goes.
Wop, 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 wop.
All right, just takes off. I mean, he's just flooring it, dude. Like, you guys just took off. And now we're going into the gunnery phase. You've got one gunner on, and that's Mike on the guns.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 gunners on my guns. So we're going to roll at the same time. Damage resolves at the end of the turn. Their captain is going to try to inspire. I don't really have to tell you this, but I am. All right, go ahead and roll your gunnery check.
I had a question first. What
Okay.
is the range for like a long range weapon? Like how many hexes can?
I think that's 12. I think that's 12.
Okay, so we switched around the guns the last time that we upgraded the ship. So in the starboard
Right.
section, we have the high explosive missile launcher. So I can fire. It's a long range weapon. So I can fire that from starboard at them instead,
Right.
and it'll have the range because the linked light laser cannons are short range.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's a high explosive missile launcher. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it is.
Have we had that? We've had that, right?
Yeah,
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 we've
It's
we
the
have.
light Aeon torpedo that's our new weapon, right?
And-
Long range is 20 hexes. Long range is 20 hexes. Medium range is 10 hexes, and short range is 5
Okay.
hexes.
So the light Aeon torpedo launcher and the high explosive missile launcher are long range weapons. And everything else is
But
short
you can
range.
only fire one of them.
unless
right.
unless I fire at will.
But you can still only fire one weapon twice.
Well, it's
I think
also
with
based
fire
on
at
the
will.
No, no, it isn't.
of-
Fire at will is you can fire any 2 starship weapons.
So, but the thing with that
Nice.
though, Heath, is that if you're firing one that's on the port and the starboard side, it'd have to be on 2 different sides.
I'm not going to. I'm just firing the starboard.
Okay.
I'm just saying I could if I wanted to.
So the starboard side, you're not. You can't. You can only fire off the port or the aft side. Because the starboard side is not facing.
Yep, I'm mixing that up.
Zadamant.
That's the god damn it. That's the only arc we don't have a weapon in is aft.
So you're gonna have to use your turret.
And that'll be at a disadvantage, right?
I don't think so.
Well, it's short range.
It's short range.
Oh, like yeah, it would. So basically, it's a -2 for every thing outside the range. It's cumulative. So like for every 5 hexes outside.
Well, it would only be 1 disadvantage then, right?
All right, so it'd be a -2.
-2. And the laser cannons are linked, so you fire both of them.
Correct.
You can fire at will, yeah. Right.
No, that's not.
Well, they're linked.
That's not what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have to take the fire at will penalty to fire twice with linked. Uh-oh.
No.
That's only 1 shot though.
That's a critical fail.
Does anything happen on a critical fail in Starship Combat?
That's
the
2
fuck
critical
is that?
fails in a
Fucking
row.
kidding.
No
Like, are you kidding me?
Get him out of the way, man.
Oh my gosh,
bad ones out.
dude. What?
How does that work? The odds of rolling 2
damn.
1s in a row are so astronomical.
It's a 2.5% chance.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you really only had to roll once for linking weapons. So I was wrong about that. They are basically linked, and it's 1 attack roll.
Oh,
but
you just
double
roll the damage twice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But no, nothing happens on a critical fail. But you definitely miss.
Yeah.
Goes why?
So Mike's like, beat the fuck up, slumps into the chair, immediately starts trying to fire, and he's like, slaps his own face, and it's like, I've got to snap back into it,
All right, so it.
It's a critical miss, Captain.
And they're gonna fire 2 weapons at you. First, it's gonna be a heavy laser cannon. Comes in an 18 to hit your AC. Does that hit?
It just hits our AC. Our AC is 18.
Oh.
No. No, we're evading this turn, my man. Our AC is 20 plus 2.
Nice, nice. All right.
Yeah.
So it's a miss with the heavy laser cannon, and then it's gonna fire. The second gunner is going to, let's see, launch a light Aeon torpedo
I knew
at you.
Knew there was a torpedo coming.
Got to.
All right.
Got
So
to.
this is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, well, that
that'll
hits
hit.
AC or TL. Pretty sure it's just AC, though, a torpedo,
Yeah.
right?
That's TL.
Is there
All
any
right,
penalties?
TL.
to
No,
distance?
torpedo is TL. So it's
Really?
tracking with. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So it comes out and it has a movement of 12. So it's gonna, I believe it's gonna hit you on its first shot. Let me just make sure. All right, yeah. So it hits you. This is gonna hit you for 3d6.
Ooh.
Captain, we're hit.
Captain's
All right,
unconscious.
so that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
There is
mean.
no captain.
I was thinking pilot. My bad. They're not the same thing. All run, we're hit.
Definitely not.
Starman.
You take you take 9 damage to your aft side.
Okay, that'll.
Okay, we
just-
have thresholds,
we have
right?
8 shields.
8 shields. Yeah, your threshold is 13, so you're good on that. But you're gonna take 1 damage from your HP and lose all your aft
Shields.
shields.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, and we're going to come up to round 2. So let's talk about our downed folks first. So Zeno, you're up. What do you want to do? What chair do you
Okay.
want to run to?
So Zeno, he hears the thrum of the engines, the vibrations of the explosion ripping through the starship, and his eye opens to see the familiar scenery of the Epoch Tracer. And just like first time riding on a hover bike, and you don't forget, so he's just going to go right over to his science officer station. And with that, he's trying to see the distance between 12 hexes. As far as that, there is still too far away to actually perform anything, but he's still going to go ahead and try to scan.
All right, because you're going to move to the science chair and you're going to do a
Yes.
scan. Okay?
Yes. So there is going to be a penalty because there's the
It's out of
distance.
range.
But it's better
Okay.
to try than not try at all. And that's with a 35.
That's going to get it.
That's going to get it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You're going to basically get everything there is
Nice.
to know about this ship.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, just go down the list, man. Give me the laundry list. bro.
So Zeno just slumps himself in the chair and clacks a few keys and pulls up the whole spec sheet of the Zandamet. You know that on its forward arc it has heavy laser cannon and a high explosive missile launcher, and on its turret it has a light particle beam and a light Aeon torpedo launcher. It has a movement speed of 6, so you know you can outrun this thing. It's a tier 3 ship. It's a medium transport. It has an AC of 14 and a TL of 13. It's easy to hit, but it has a lot of HP. It has 70 HP. Has a total of 60 shields with 20 on the port, 20 on the starboard, 5 on the forward, and 15 on the aft. And that's everything. That's everything about it. It's crew. It's got a captain, 2 engineers, a pilot, 2 science officers, and 2 gunners.
Damn, they got a squad.
Yeah.
So does he tell us that, or like, do we all see
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just
he puts
relaying
the
that all to you
readout.
guys.
Okay,
just
yeah.
reading
So
it out.
as soon as you do that, I'm like, you done good, but like, come get on this fucking turret. We got to put damage on it.
Yeah, so he'll be able to do that next round.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
What about Fel? You still have Ziva unstable. Actually, Ziva, you needed to probably use a resolve point to stabilize last turn.
Yes, I could do that.
Okay.
So I will have
Well,
to.
otherwise you would die. Otherwise he would die. So because they didn't come to you. So you have
Okay.
to use a resolve point to stabilize.
Well, Ziva is stable
All right.
but unconscious.
Ziva's stable but unconscious. So Fel, what do you want to do?
Fel is going to look at Sedona and say, "Look, I think I can probably get her back up. Just give me a hand, okay?" And he wants to take the lead.
What's your medicine?
+8?
Yeah, let her help you. Of course, she rolls a 19 on the die here, so that's a 20 total. She aids you.
And I got a 15 +8, so was that 23?
Yeah. So that's gonna heal her for 5,
Yep.
and you beat it by 5, right?
Yes.
Because it was a 23 total.
No, it's a
Yeah.
25 total.
No, it was 23
68.
for me. It was 25 total.
Yeah.
All right, so you get to add your intelligence modifier on top of that.
Which is an extra 4.
So that's
29.
9 HP back to Ziva, and Ziva's back in the game. All right, we're at the top of the order here. Engineer phase. There is no engineer for the Epoch Tracer. They're gonna try to do. Oh my god, a 3 on the. These engineers suck, y'all. Like the worst engineers.
Good.
Oh man, that's a real bummer.
All right, so the second one does get a boost as you see the engines kind of flare up behind them. All right, we're in the helm phase. Science officer, pilot, what y'all want to do?
Science officer is going to move over to the gunnery chair, like stat. Be with my APA
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. And like when he runs over here, I let him jump into my chair so he can be on the turrets, and I'm gonna control all the arc dependent.
Well, he can't be
weaponry.
on the turrets this turn. You know, like he's already done his scan. I guess we should have done that this phase. But yeah, you've already done your action this turn. You did the scan. Okay, so let's get that piloting check there.
Okay, for helm phase initiative.
Yep.
Let's go. 21.
21. All right, so the Zadamant actually gets the lead this time. So, Epoch Tracer, you've got the move first.
Okay, so let me just try try to let you what Orion's thinking here. The crew is not all, you know. He looks over his shoulder. They're starting to file in, but he still doesn't have a full bridge. You know, he's seen on his scanners that we have no shields in the rear. Orion's like,
and you know that you can outrun it. I mean, you know that you can.
I know that I can outrun it, but is that what I mean? Because look, here's the deal. There is a combat.
You're the pilot.
I know. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, you know, I just don't want to like deprive anybody of this starship combat by trying to run. But that's
no, it's not about that. What would Orin do?
Orin would get the fuck out of there. Like, no question, dude.
Fucking go. Then fucking go.
I will just evade and just keep on running. You know. So let me go ahead and roll that for you. That piloting check. The DC on this is going to be a 16. 32? I think that's going to get it, huh? On a 16?
Yeah, that's going to get it. That's going to get it.
Okay. All right.
So you're
plus
continuing to evade.
Yep. +2 to our AC and TL. And just kind of like weaving, trying to dodge.
Okay. So it looks like you've now put the starboard side facing the Zadamat. But you've put a lot of distance between you and the Zadamat. The Zadamat's engineers did get the bonus, the boost on the engine, so it's going to move 8 this time. But it's just going to move 8 in a single direction. Okay? It is now the gunnery phase.
All right. I am going to fire from starboard the high explosive missile launcher.
And that's a long range weapon?
Yes, it is.
Right? All right, so you're exactly 12 hexes away. So you can fire that shot. You're going against its TL.
$25 to hit.
25 is a hit.
That'll do 18 damage, my man.
Holy crap! On the front end too. All right, we'll resolve that in a second. You've got 2 more fires coming at you. That heavy laser cannon is going to fire at you, but it's going to be at a -2 because of its range increment. Rolled a 2 on the die, so that's going to be a miss. And then the second gunner is going to fire his own high explosive missile launcher at you. All right, that looks tasty. That looks tasty.
I don't like that. No, I don't like the language you just used. Right
we got a 20 on that.
No.
We got a 20 on that.
No.
And that's going to be
for
4
target lock.
Target lock. Yeah.
That's not going
That's
to
not
hit.
going to do it.
Yup.
Ooh, I did. 21.
Oh shit!
So can I describe this? Like, 'cause that's so cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So Aaron, you know, jettisons off again, trying to evade, but then makes a pretty good hard turn at the end of his path, you know. And as that happens, they fire off both of their shots. One goes high, one goes low. They both miss us. And as we turn starboard facing them, Mike is like trying to set up the missile launcher shot and gets the little reticle locks on at the at that very instant, and he's like, "Oh, I got you," and fires and pops off 18 fucking damage on their forward arc.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
you blast them so hard. You were 1 hit point shy of doing a critical hit there, man. That was
Nice.
very nice.
I'm very pleased with it. I love being a gunner.
All right, so we're coming back to the top of the turn. So at this point, Zeno is moving to the gunner's chair. Ziva is back up in the captain's squad, and
In the captain's squad.
Yes.
in the spot. I'm sorry.
Spot,
And then Fel is runs to the engine room. So we have a full crew.
Back.
So
Back
start
in
with
the
the
game.
engine. Start with the engineering phase.
Reunite.
My first engineer rolls a 2 on the die. These engineers are garbage. The second one succeeds on the boost.
Okay. Engineer, what are we doing?
Engineer is going to divert power to the shields. So it will, if I'm successful, it will send or restore an amount of shield points equal to 5% of the PC rating of our starship's power core, which is 150. So what's 5% of 150, guys?
5% of 150?
Uh-huh.
That's going to be half of 10%.
Time for some math.
So that is going to be 7.
7? Cool. So that would put our aft shields back up if I make this check. And it's going to be a DC 16. Oh, and I got a 20. A nat 20. So I got it.
Nice.
I'm not even going to bother adding all the extra numbers to it. I got a 20.
You have a 15 to your engineering, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry, Josh, you successfully diverted to
the shields, so that gives a 7 back to the aft shields.
7 back to the aft shields. Okay.
Yep.
We need it.
Very nice. All right, helm phase. Make sure you click on that token.
Okay,
Zach.
okay. I'll click on the token. I'm not going to use the computer on the helm phase, but I am going to use the computer on my piloting check this turn. Oh, that was so close to a nat 20, but it's a 16 on the die to make it a 30.
Ooh, it's a good thing you used that computer. Just edged you above.
I didn't
Rolled
use the
29.
I didn't use the computer.
Oh, you didn't use the
No, I
computer?
did.
thought you
I
you
said
did.
I'm going to use it on my piloting check, my actual
Oh, okay, I got you.
for my maneuver.
I got you. All right, so they've got to go first. All right, so the science officer is going to, let's see here. What can they do? They're going to balance the shields. Or they're going to try to. Okay, the first one succeeds. So they're going to balance some shields. All right. And then they're going to move. They did get the boost, so they're going to move 8 right there. So they closed in a little bit on you. There are 3 hexes away, but it is now your turn. Science officer, do you want to do anything? I know you moved to the gunner chair, so nothing for the science officer. Oren, time to pilot this thing out.
Yeah, I mean, another evade. I think that's probably the smartest thing to do, right? Is just a straight up evade. So let's go ahead and roll this bad boy again. And I will use the computer this time for the boost. 31. I think that's going to get it, on a 16 DC.
31's going to get.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so 7, 8. And then that'll put us facing to the north east, I guess. And that should put, I don't know if that's going to put in starboard arc or in port arc or not, but I'm just trying to get out.
Yeah, that puts you in the aft.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Gunnery phase.
Captain's gonna act.
Oh, shit.
So Ziva pops up and she kind of stumbles over to the captain's area, and she kind of looks down at Mike and says, "Mikael, please take them out of the sky," and is going to attempt to encourage him with balls.
That's it, though, right?
Yeah, 16. 15 is the DC, so there we go. Yeah.
All right. So there's an encouragement, which it gives you a +2, right?
Correct.
To his gunner's check. I'll start with your gunner check, Mike.
Okay.
You can also use your computer on it, right? To give you a
Yep.
+1. Make it a +3 total.
So 21
+3.
plus 3, so 24.
All right, so it's going to take a -2 because it's out of distance, but a 22 still hits. All right, so how much damage? So 13 damage total.
Nice.
All right, that's
That's not
good. That
bad.
punches through the forward shields that were rebalanced and does 3 more damage to the ship, which is enough to take it below its first
Critical
threshold.
threshold? Yeah!
Nice.
Yeah. So and as soon as I hit with that one, at this point, Zeno has gotten to the other gunner chair, and I turn to him and I'm like, "I'm transferring controls of the turrets to you. I'll control all the other guns."
And that hit the front, right?
Forward arc, yes.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. So I just rolled to see what got hit. You hit the engines,
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, nice!
Exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
dude. Nice. So that just blasts through the light laser cannons, fire, and just find right on the engine. And like now the engines are glitching. All right, Zeno, let's get your gunnery roll.
All right, so yeah, Zeno sits in his station and starts flipping some switches, turning those knobs, does a little fist bump over to his boy, and he's gonna go ahead and fire the light laser cannon from the turret at the forward of the.
You can't do that
Zadamant,
because
no?
it was just fired by.
Sorry.
Oh,
Fire.
okay.
That's
So
what I'm
then,
saying. I don't.
oh, gotcha. So
You
then,
can't do anything this turn.
ah, son of a bitch.
I'm
That's
sorry,
all
John.
right.
I tried, man, to get you
That's
positioned.
all right. No, that's all right, buddy. That's all right. Okay, we're good then.
All right.
Yeah, that's why.
All
That's why
right.
I was saying that I'm transferring the turrets to you for the future turns. So you'll be able to fire turrets. I'll control all the arc-based weaponry.
All right, next up, we're back around to the top. Everybody's in position. Sedona buckles herself in and says, "Get us out of here, Orin!"
I'm trying.
And it's the engineer phases. Let's see if these shitty engineers can do anything. Nope, that's a 5 on the die. And, oh, there we go. So they're going to stay boosted on their engines. What about you?
Yeah, we're
Well,
boosted as well with the engines. I'm at 24.
all right, that'll get it.
Nice.
So, yeah, so glitched engine means that they have a -2?
Yes, minus
To
2
their
to
movement.
All right, yeah. So basically, they're negated down to their normal movement because the engineer's boost is canceled out. Okay, let's roll some of that pilot check,
Some of that helm phase initiative.
some of that helm phase
So does that
initiative.
put them down to a 6, or does that leave
puts
them
them
with an
down
8?
to a 6. No, it puts them to 6.
Okay, great. I mean, I feel like then that means we could outrun them at this point, right? Like 30
Yeah,
on my,
is there
helm phase
like
initiative.
So the Zadamant lost the initiative, so it's going to go first. It's already done its science officer stuff, and it's going to move its 6 squares. Okay, now it's up to you.
Okay, so we can go 10 hexes, and I mean, do you guys just want to dip out of here, or do you
I mean, keep
right.
trying
That's
to.
what
I guess.
Sedona is suggesting, getting the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean
That's
that's
what-
true. That's very true.
I mean,
would Orin do?
Personally, I kind of want to kill him, but that's just me.
Zeno wouldn't mind killing this thing either.
8. So Orin will, be flying around trying to evade, and I'll move 9 hexes, okay? And then after moving 9 hexes, I'll turn in place. Can I do that?
Well, you can. Yeah, you would have turned already.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. To
Yeah.
get not that far, just enough. I want to give Mike.
you're like
a
right,
cl-
you're like this. You got it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
And
It's
so
gotta be
Orin
like that,
looks
bud.
over at Mike, with light shining out of his eyes, and says, "Get him, Mike."
Okay.
And,
Is starboard's
all right.
facing him now? Are you positioning us for
Yep,
starboard? or
starboard is
forward?
facing.
Okay.
It's 13. That's starboard, and it's 13 hexes away. Does Captain want to act?
Gunnery.
That's where we're at.
Okay. Yeah, she is going to, this time, encourage Zeno. She goes, Zeno, come on, take them down. And she's kind of like,
All right, roll
just
that-
sort of, woo.
Roll that diplomacy.
Diplomacy. 33?
That'll get it.
But
That'll get
yeah.
it. Z Squad, baby.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, ma'am.
But that'll apply to the whole gunnery, not just Zeno, right?
No, it just no.
It's
no,
just
one
no,
person?
You can only apply
Yeah.
it. one person. Yeah.
Darn.
All right. Well, let's start with Xeno then, since you got the boost.
Sure. All right. If that's
It's
the
going to
case, I'm gonna.
be a -2, but +2. So basically, no, she negated that -2. So just roll normally. All right. So you're going to use the computer.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So that's a +2 total. Well, it's a +4 total, then -2. So we're talking about a +2, which puts that at a 28. Right.
Yep.
And then roll another 2d4 because it's the linked weapon.
Okay. 4.
So that's 9. That's 9, and it punches through the shields, but does no hull damage. But you've taken through those front shields again. Forward is completely exposed at this point. Mike, you're up with a shot.
Hit.
Yeah, I mean, he like catches eyes with Xeno, and he's like, "You setting me up for the alley-oop, I see." And yeah, he's gonna fire the high explosive missile launcher. Can I use computer too? How many computer? We have 3.
Yes, so
right?
you got 4.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a 13.
13.
But, yeah,
is-
I don't get the bonus.
but that's on TL, right?
Yes.
But you do get +1 for using computers, which makes it a 14.
Yep.
Boom.
That's gonna hit, dude.
What? Hell yeah!
Boom goes the dynamite.
For 18 damage.
Jesus.
Oh, dude! And
brutal
that all
damage.
goes
So
through.
that's so awesome. He
Wow.
took out the shields for me so I could punch in the fucking missile
Straight up
Right.
alley-oop.
for all real damage,
Straight up alley-oop. Yeah, man.
Nice damage.
You set him up,
I-
I'll knock him down.
That's also another critical threshold.
Nice.
Get wrecked.
Yes, get wrecked.
All right,
Engines.
let's see. And this one is going to be
Life
on the life support.
Oh snap!
Damn.
Let's see what Josh, will you look up what that effect is on my ship while I roll gunners? Now these gunner rolls are going to happen before damage is taken. So, but let's see here. So I rolled a 22 against AC with laser cannons. Does that hit?
Did we evade this time?
Yeah, against TL it's 21. Yeah, we evaded,
All right,
but
so that's a hit.
against TL it's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the life support negative modifier is a minus. It's glitching, right? So it's a -2 to all captain actions.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so that's 10 damage. That's 10 damage to your starboard side. And then the second attack here, this is against TL. That's going to miss, I'm sure. Of 11. Or actually a 13.
Yeah, it's a miss.
That's not gonna hit.
Okay. All right, yeah, so you guys punched through hard. This thing looks pretty rough. We're back up at the engineering phase. Let my shitty engineers go here. Ooh, yay. All right. Actually, was able to do something. All right.
All right, so I'm going
What you going to do?
continue boosting those thrusters. It's an 8 plus 15 using the computer. So that's a pass. Basically, if I use the computer, the only way I can fail it is by rolling a 1.
Okay.
Just boost the
Sweet.
weapons and let's go ahead and murder these motherfuckers.
We need to go.
No, we don't.
Like-
We're winning.
What you boosting, engineer? The
Thrusters.
speed?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Nice. We'll take it.
Both my engineers were successful this turn. Let's go to the helm phase.
Helm phase initiative. Let's go. All right, it's going to be the 25 on the helm phase initiative.
25. Oh, I rolled a 1. That's an 11. That's an 11. So, okay, they're going to go first. Science officer is going to attempt something here. Natural 20.
Oh.
And then the second science officer, also successful. Very good for me. So, and now they're going to move. They're glitched, but they did get the boost. You guys are in a crazy spot here. Hold on. Let me go back. I need to make sure they keep you in their forward arc. All right. That you're making some distance now. They were only able to make up like 3 hexes on you. So there's like 6 to 7 hexes between you. All right, Epoch Tracer.
Let's see. I'll use the computer. I still evade. I mean, that seems to be the smartest thing to do,
Okay.
even, no matter what you do, right? Like,
Right.
just evade. 32. I think that's gonna get it, right? 16 DC. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll get it.
Okay, so do we get 10 squares?
Yeah, you were boosted. Yep.
Yep.
So that would put, for what it's worth, that's going to put your port side, which puts
That's what I want. Actually, what I want to do is I want to end my movement where it's port side, so Zeno can take a shot with the Aeon cannon or whatever it is.
Yeah, Mike would do that. But
Yeah, Mike would do that.
Mike would do that. Okay, yeah. Then absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm doing. Just weaving left and right through space as we get out of this fucking place.
All right. It is the gunnery phase, and there is quite some distance between you at this point. We're looking at 15 hexes. I think
that's going to be another mod. Another negative.
Captain's gonna not inspire, but encourage Mike again. And then we were, just as a clarification, we did that wrong. Apparently encourage is, I was using diplomacy, and the DC is 15 plus your starship's tier. So.
Oh, so it's the higher one then.
So let's
just the higher
see what we got. Okay, 26, yeah.
Will you please encourage Zeno? I don't need it. He needs it.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so 26 is going to get it. So Zeno is encouraged. All right. It is the gunnery phase. Let's start with my ship first.
Okay.
This time around. All right, so we're going to start with the high explosive missile because that's still in range. Critical fucking hit.
Oh shit.
Get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, that's
Not allowed.
Quit getting excited about your rolls, dude. Come on.
All right, so that's gonna do. Still does the same damage, but it's an automatic critical situation. Plus, if it does enough to get through your critical threshold, it'll be two crits. Is basically how that works. Oops.
So 2 glitches?
Potentially, yeah.
Fuck.
All right, 10, 11. So it's 11 damage to your port side.
Okay. So only
4
will get through.
Okay, so that's not enough to bring you below a threshold, but because it's a critical hit, you have to roll. If you scroll down to the bottom of the sheet,
Yep.
you'll see roll critical effect on the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, click that.
I got it. Engines.
Engines are glitching, so you guys are now at a -2.
That could have been worse, I feel like, though.
Yeah. And then the second gunner is going to fire from the turret. Okay, so that's going to be a 19 to hit TL.
Did we evade?
Yeah, we definitely
Then that
did. It's
won't
not going
hit.
to do it. Yeah,
That's
it's going to
a
be
miss.
21.
All right.
Hey!
My
Okay.
boy.
Y'all's rolls. Let's start with Zeno.
All right. So with that encouragement, just gonna go ahead and fire from the light laser cannon. You'll have to roll that for me.
I'll roll it for you. And you'll add +1, but you've got the -4, right?
It's going to be -4, yes,
Yes.
because it's 2 increments outside.
Oh no. You rolled a 10 on the die.
Yeah, 10 on the die. So
Or no, a 2 on the die.
oh.
Oh, that's rough.
So
All right,
that'll
Mike.
be 11 for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Well, it's actually a 7 because it has that minus
Well, you know,
4
he's
on top of
half
that.
blind, pretty much. You know.
Well, but he's encouraged too, so that would negate 2 of the -4.
Either way, it's a miss.
Yeah.
What you got, Mike?
Mike is gonna fire. Goddamn, I've always done this. I always accidentally pull up Mike's sheet instead of the fucking Epoch Tracer sheet. From the port side, we have a light Aeon torpedo, the same thing that they have in their turret.
We pilfered that from the Aslanti
Yeah.
ship or something, didn't we?
Yep.
I would love to kill them with their own fucking weapon. God, that would just...
I got a 19.
19's going to hit.
That's 11 damage.
Ooh! Bakoo! That's gonna... I know that's gonna pierce their ship.
The ship explodes and falls into pieces into the flaming heat
Oh, dude! Look, hold up. Fucking Mike,
God.
Mike,
of the prison.
Mike turns to Zeno, locks eyes with him, and says, "We'll fucking see ya."
Nice, yeah. Good job, y'all.
Hey, proud of you.
Yeah, and so they crash and burn to the ground. You know what I mean? Like, and you guys take off. Oren puts it into full gear, drops it into the drift immediately, slides through that purple, milky white, like curtain into the drift. And you notice on your, like, console, Zeno, a little indicator lighting up that you have some messages, some communications have been sent to your ship.
What?
Captain, we have some communications pending. Would you like to receive them?
Yes, push them through. Let's see.
You see 2 separate messages, one from Nakonda's coordinates and one from Absalon Station coordinates.
Huh.
Which one would you like to open first, Captain?
Probably at... Nope, Nakondas. It's the closest.
The kindest.
All right, so Zeno, you pull it up
Yeah.
to the main display screen so everybody can see. Fel, you're in the engine room, but he puts it up on the little monitor that's in the engine room so you can see too. And he puts it out, and you see a familiar face pop up as Weldy addresses you.
No way.
No fucking way.
So hey there, y'all. I just wanted to send you like a message and let you know how things are going back in Condas. So like shortly after you left, Abadar Corp sent some of the Skyfire Legion to like serve as protectors or whatever after everything that happened. I mean, I guess it's good and all, but I don't know. It seems a little corporate, man. I don't really feel it, man. Anyway, we've like rebuilt a lot of the damage, and we're using like the Hobgars to help manage power now. It's something cool that Zickel thought up. It's just really cool, like working with the Hobgars instead of against them. You know what I mean? Anyway, that dude is pretty crafty. A couple weeks after that, an old friend of my mom's showed up. This super cool dude named Gavin. I don't know, I guess they worked together at some point before Mom had me. Is they're like super close? Like, I don't think it's weird. I'm trying to be cool about it. Whatever. But he like came here to try to convince Mom to join him in like this new thing he's doing. It's called the North Star Exploration and Colony Consultation. Name pending, I think. He always says that. I don't know. Whatever. Mom wasn't having it, but after a little convincing, I convinced her to let me and Zickel and Trevor go and join up. We want to see the world, man, you know? I mean, I just figured out that I have a connection to plants, man. Like, for real. There's magic in plants, you know?
It's like, I think,
Okay.
it's like, I think we already knew that.
Okay. Trevor is giving me the wrap it up motion. So yeah, we're gonna go join Gavin and get into adventures like y'all. Maybe we'll see you again at the Pools of Paradise. P.S. Mike, I still have that sword, man. I plan on taking it with me to North Star. Hope you all are well, and, send us a message to let us know how you're doing. Did you get Sedona? Oh yeah, did you get her? Is she okay? Trevor wants to know. Alright, see you later. Boop. Clicks
I love
off.
that Trevor
Kid's gonna
wants
get
to
himself
know.
killed. Trevor wants to know. Orin just scoffs. Kid's gonna get himself killed.
Hey, he might surprise you. He might surprise you.
Yeah, and then there's another message
That's the Absalom station.
from Absalom Station. Yeah, so that gets pulled up. And you see a Lashunta appear on the screen that both Zeno and Mike represent as Tiffany. She says, Michael, Xenophiles, what on Absalom are you doing? I thought you were just going for a supply drop on some remote colony. Now you're sending me messages talking about Atlantis star space? Leaving the APA to me? Hell no. You two better get your happy butts back here in one piece. Business is blowing up and I will not be left to do this on my own. I gave some work to Mitch Bruno. This uplifted bear who is very strong and noble, if not very bright. But there's only so much he can do. Also, Mike, some rough-looking man named Gardenzio came looking for you. He said that the gardeners were owed crop share. I don't know what that means. I was able to fend him off, but he looked like he wouldn't be abated for long. Oh dear, I hope you two are alright. I miss you both. I have forwarded 5,000 credits to the APA spending account in case you need it. Please come home safely and don't get into a fight you can't handle. Hey, and Zeno, please come home to me. We never went out for that dinner. Tiffany, out.
Oh my god. Look, I know.
Oh, snap.
And we have, you guys leveled up to level 5.
Yes.
And we have finished book 2.
Bro, I know y'all don't know
Just add
a
a clap track.
Yeah, for sure. I know y'all don't know a lot of what that APA shit meant, but oh shit.
Yep. We'll see you.
Good book,
There
guys.
it
We'll
goes.
fucking see you.
Good
There it
fucking
goes.
Good book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another one in the can, and no one died.
No one died. It was so
Still
close.
got real close.
You tried. You
All
tried
right.
your hardest.
I did. We'll fucking see you, I guess. This episode has been sponsored by Roll20. This is how we roll.